ya rona. Cosatu. Comrades, Reakupa, Yata nako ya ubina, Ritobina, and Ribina until the voice Ibeditamaya. Amanda! Comrades, Rakubega with the choir, and then let's just give them at the hearing, comrades. All of us must just stand and we sing together with the choir. Thank you.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. Solidarity.
Halala Cosatu, halala. Halala Cosatu, halala. Re utlwile comrade. Halala Cosatu, halala. Comrades, re na le program e tshwantse re latele. Ne ke kopa hore le re dumelle re enka program tse ka re hlophisitse. Comrade President Zuma o tlo bua. There's no way hore a tle mo a tsamaye a sa bua le lona. Ra leboha comrades. Amandla. Bopha comrades. We are now going to call the first shop steward within our province, which is Gauteng province. Our provincial chairperson, Comrade Vusi Munyela. Baba Mamutwaiti ka Amos Munyela. Comrade chairperson is going to welcome all of us, and then we carry on with our program. Comrade chairperson.
Mandla, Mandla, away two, Mata, Yarona, Matimba, Yain. Cosatu, viva! Viva Cosatu, viva! Viva Sango, viva! Viva Sango, viva! Viva SACP, viva! Viva SACP, viva! Viva ANC, viva! Long live Jacob Zuma, long live! Long live Jacob Zuma, long live! Long live Stumo Dlamini, long live! Long live Stumo Dlamini, long live! Long live Blessing Nzimande, long live! Long live Blessing Nzimande, long live! Long live Richard Mtagani, long live! Thank you very much, comrades. Amandla! Viva Paul Mashatile, viva! Thank you very much, comrades. President of Cosatu, Stumo Dlamini, leaders of the Alliance in Gauteng, the President of Sanko, Comrade Richard Mtagani, the General Secretary of the SACP, Comrade Blessing Nzimande, the President of the ANC, Comrade Jacob Zuma, all fraternal organizations, guests, members of the society, Tshwane residents, members of the Federation. Cosatu in Gauteng welcomes you to the 2016 May Day rally convened under the theme celebrating 30 years and defending collective bargaining, workers' jobs and rights. This theme is profound because it zooms into the reasons of our existence. In order for us to succeed in our endeavor to live up to this theme, not for only today, but for as long as we exist, we must ensure that members of the Federation receive quality service from all the affiliates of the Federation. We must make sure our processes to rebuild Cosatu must start by closing ranks and defend the Federation and the Alliance. Fight against job losses and retrenchment, defend collective bargaining and workers' right to strike, fight for a living wage or national minimum wage. Beyond the shop floor struggles, we must wage serious campaign on comprehensive social security, on the implementation of the national health insurance, fight against racism and xenophobia, integrated public transport system, total banning of labor brokers. As the shield, Cosatu will continue to campaign for the overwhelming victory of the ANC in the coming local government elections. Ours, comrade, our commitment to support the African National Congress since 1994 still stands today, and it is not about to change anytime soon. In the revolution, there are setbacks. We must face many setbacks in our lifetime, but through unity and cohesion, we have conquered. We will succeed in all the challenges we are facing. All of us must go out there to defend our hard-earned struggles, both in the shop floor and politically. Let us go out there to defeat Herman Mashaba in Johannesburg, to defeat Solim Simanga in Tshwane, to defeat Khalib Chachalia in Ekurhuleni, and all the opposition candidates. Le amogetswe mo letsatsing la bashumi la 2016 le go keteka mengwaga ye 30 go tloga mo la Cosatu ya tlamiwa. A re lebaleng ka bale ba mona ba go rata boetapele, bale ba gore dilo tša phaku, ba go dira dilo tša phaku ba le ka ofising, ba re ge ba rakwa ba sola tšhutšumetšo ya dipolotiki. A re le Cosatu mo Gauteng dimpša di bofilwe iketleng le theeletše melaetša ya baetapele ba rona le amogetšwe mo Gauteng. You are welcomed in Gauteng. Amandla awethu. Thank you very much, comrades. You are all welcome.
Viva, Chairperson, viva! Akere le kwele hore Chairperson o reng? O re ha re le baleng ba nang le mona, re etse meshomo ya rona. Re le babereki, re le di-member tsa ANC le di-member tsa SABC. Akere ha re tswa mo re etsa meshomo ya rona, re le baleng ba nang le mona, akere comrades. Amandla! Re tswela pele comrades. Re tlo bitsa Comrade Mohammed Desai from BDC a tlo re fa message of support. Comrade Mohammed.
Amandla! Amandla! Awethu! Viva Cosatu, 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 viva! Viva the South African Communist Party, viva! Viva the ANC and the overwhelming victory in August, viva! Long live the undying spirit of Comrade Chris Hani, long live! Long live the undying spirit of Comrade Samora Machel, long live! Long live the undying spirit of Comrade Yasser Arafat, long live! Long live Comrade Fidel Castro of Cuba, long live! Long live Comrade Leila Khalid of Palestine, long live! Long live the ANC, long live! Comrades, in addition to being a soldier of the Palestine Solidarity Movement, I'm a child of the ANC. I'm a member of the South African Communist Party. I'm a product of the PYA. Qina Sabenzi, Qina. Qina Msabenzi, Qina. Comrades, I'm here to deliver a very short message of support from the revolutionary people of Palestine. I'm here in the spirit of internationalism and solidarity that has built our movement. The spirit of internationalism and solidarity that brought out the hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people out onto the streets of Poland, out onto the streets of Paraguay, out onto the streets of Zambia, out onto the streets of Zimbabwe, out onto the streets of Namibia, out onto the streets of Nigeria, out onto the streets of Cuba, out onto the streets of Canada, out onto the streets of Palestine for us and for our struggle against apartheid. It is that spirit of solidarity, that spirit of internationalism that I stand here to deliver a short message of support from the Palestinian people. A people, comrades, who stood with us during the darkest days of apartheid. The people who gave us financial resources, military training, and various other forms of support. A people today who are suffering under a brutal, savage, and barbaric form of Israeli occupation and Israeli apartheid. A people who lost, because of Israeli attacks, over 2,500 Palestinians last year in a period of less than 2 months, including 551 children. That's one child every 2 hours that was killed in a period of 6 weeks by the Israeli regime. It is a Palestinian people today that are crying out for our support, our solidarity, and our advancement of the boycott, divestment, and sanctions campaign, the BDS campaign. And Cosatu has not betrayed the Palestinian people. The Communist Party has not betrayed the Palestinian people. The ANC has not betrayed the Palestinian people. Indeed, our progressive ANC-led government has not betrayed the Palestinian people. In a letter that has been delivered to the president of Cosatu, the general secretary of Cosatu, and various other NOBs, over 11 Palestinian trade unions and federations have lent their support to Cosatu on this auspicious occasion. In that letter, Cosatu is saluted for its unflinching support of the Palestinian people. In particular, comrades, we must welcome the province of Gauteng and the city of Johannesburg for unveiling just 2 or 3 days ago a massive, massive statue of Comrade Tata Madiba in the city of Ramallah in the West Bank of Palestine. Comrades, the spirit of Madiba, the spirit of Nelson Mandela lies on the picket lines. It's the picket lines of solidarity that define us. And it's those picket lines that are saluted from the land of Palestine to the land of Pretoria. Amandla!
Mandla. Mandla. Thank you, Comrade Mohammed. Desai, viva, BDS, viva. Long live Yasser Arafat, long live. Comrades, we are going to move ahead with our program. Those who are there, I'm told that we are not audible enough. Can all of us come closer so that you are able to hear all our speakers and the messages from our leaders? You are requested, if you are not hearing us enough, to just come closer. We'll come back and do the other things after the program, the official program has been concluded. Comrades, without any waste of time or without any further ado, we will call upon the president of SANCO, the one and only Comrade Richard Mtagane. President, can you come and talk to workers?
Amandla. Long live Cosatu, long live. Long live the ANC, long live. Long live the South African Communist Party, long live. Long live SANCO, long live. Malibongwe. Elamakhosikazi. Mphathi wohlelo. Mongameli weCosatu Comrade uSidumo Dlamini, Mongameli weANC ubaba uMsholozi, unobhala jikelele wamakomanisi uBlade Nzimande, members of national executive committees akhona lana abuya ku-alliance, leadership yaseprovinsini yaseGauteng. Silapha namuhla ukuba sizogubha usuku lwabasebenzi nani, ngoba abasebenzi bangabahlali nabahlali bangabasebenzi. Imizabalazo yonke yabasebenzi imizabalazo yethu nathi njengabahlali, ngoba siyinto yodwa, kufanele njalo sihlale sibambisene. Siyazi ukuba maningi amaqhawe abasebenzi alwa iminyaka eminingi endlule ukuba lolu suku kube usuku labasebenzi namuhla. Siyathemba nje wasulugubha lolu suku sohlala njalo sikhumbula wonke amaqhawe asala khona empini yokwenza ngcono isimo sokusebenza kubasebenzi ezweni lonke nasemhlabeni wonke. Siyazi ukuba namhlanje silana eTshwane usemningi umsebenzi omkhulu ofanele siwenze. Sonke njengombimbo le-alliance kufanele sibambisane, sisebenzisane, ngoba umsebenzi okwenza ngcono impilo zabantu bonke bakithi kusewumsebenzi onzima esibhekane nawo. Umsebenzi okwakha kabusha izwe lethu, umsebenzi onzima esibhekane nawo. Umsebenzi oqeda inhlupheko kubantu endaweni zonke abahlala kuzona kusewumsebenzi omkhulu esibhekane nawo. Umsebenzi oqeda inhlupheko ekhungethe abantu bakithi bonke kusewumsebenzi omkhulu esibhekane nawo. umsebenzi oqeda ungalingani kwezomnotho phakathi kwalabo abanemali nabangenamali umsebenzi omkhulu esibhekane nawo. Ngalo ndlela leyo ngeke sikwazi ukunqoba uma singahlangani sibumbane sibe munye. Konke amaphutha esiwenzayo siwavume bese siqhubekela phambili ngokwakha kusha uMzansi Afrika. We know that all those revolutionaries who fought for this day are revolutionaries that were trained by our movement, the ANC, the South African Communist Party, Cosatu, and lately Sanko. This victory, comrade, did not come easy. It came through sacrifice, sweat, and blood of the working masses of our country, who braved torture, arrest, detention, and even death to ensure that workers all over the world work under better working conditions, with minimum living wage and having sufficient time to be with their families, to take care of their children. Therefore, Comrade Sanko calls upon workers to unite under the banner of Cosatu and to defend these revolutionary gains achieved by those gallant revolutionaries who fought and demonstrated courage and resilience amongst all comrades in conditions we have shown us that through unity, organization, systematic planning and discipline actions, victory can be certain. Ingakho sila namhlanje ngoba besebenzisana ngubambisana sikwazile ukulwisa yonke umbuso ebingaphambili ebesiphethe kabuhlungu njengabahlali, njengabasebenzi, njengabo bonke abantu base South Africa. Umsebenzi ke sibhekane nawo ukuba sisukume sime sakhe kabusha. Comrade, the workers' struggle did not end. We know during the time of apartheid, workers of our country, they were butchered by many vigilantes because they were demanding the workers' day. It was a difficult and a very painful struggle of the workers of our country. They dedicated themselves to fight for this day. We must honor them by ensuring that wherever they are able to work for a living wage, they're able to earn money that will assist them to support their families and their extending families. Umsebenzi omkhulu esibhekane nawo sonke njenge-alliance nombimbi lonke ukuthi lapho esihleli khona sihlale njalo sibambisene, sisebenze ukwakha ama-street committees, sisebenze ukwakha ama-village committees kuma-rural areas, sisebenze ukwakha ama-floor shop issues. Umsebenzi omkhulu ofanele siwenze ukuthi sazi kahle ukuthi senze njani uma sibhekene nosizo olubhekene nabantu bakithi. Sinethemba elikhulu ukuthi uhulumeni lo siphethe ka-ANC okuwuhulumeni wethu uyoqhubeka njalo ngokwenza imisebenzi emihle. Abasebenzi ngaphansi kwaCosatu bayoqhubeka njalo belwisane nencindezelo yabasebenzi ukuze sikwazi uba abasebenzi bakhululeke nabo bebe nezwi ekwakhiweni komnotho kabusha kulelizwe lakithi. Siyabazi kakhulu abasebenzi ukuthi bathembekile futhi baqotho, bayawazi umzabalazo, bayoqhubeka ngaso sonke isikhathi bezabalazela amalungelo abasebenzi kuzo zonke indawo abasebenza khona. Kufanelekile ke sizibophele sonke njengama-revolutionaries, njengabalweli bezwe nabakha kabusha bezwe uba siqede konke ukuchwasana ngokwebala, siqede konke uhlupheko okukhona, sibe futhi ngabantu baseMzansi Afrika abazithembayo nabasebenzela abantu bakithi bezinikele ubusuku nemini ukuze sikwazi uba siye phambili. Umzabalazo uyaqhubeka oqeda ububha, umzabalazo uyaqhubeka oqeda icrime, ubugebengu. Umzabalazo mawuqhubeke okwakhela abantu bakithi izindlu njengoba sazi uba izindlu eziningi sezakhiwe phezu kwe-4 million houses were built over the last 22 years. Kumsebenzi omkhulu ofanele siqhubeke ngawo siuvume futhi sifunde nokuvuma lapho esenze khona amaphutha wabantu bakithi abasoze besilahle ngapha uma sikhuluma nabo sivume futhi mabethi lapha nonile sithi sonile bese silungisa lapho esenze khona amaphutha bayohlala nathi njalo besivikela endaweni eziningi esihamba kuzona. However, comrade, though it is a case of Cosatu, and the entire leadership movement should always remain vigilant as monopoly capital and their neoliberalism counterpart connive to roll back and reverse the gains of our revolution fall through sweat and blood of the working people. More as the historically experienced challenges, sufferings and exploitation of the workers in the past are still even today under different forms, such as the casualization, outsourcing, short-term intimidation of workers, retrenchment, pitting workers against workers. All of us who are members of this progressive alliance, we must always work together to defeat the scourge that is facing our people, the scourge of drug abuse in every corner of our country. Siyazi nalana eSwani ukuthi nibambisene nathi uqeda kwa izidakamizwa eseziningi kakhulu emgwaqweni ezenza kube nzima uba abantwana baye ezikolweni bekwazi ukufunda kuze sibe yisizwe esiqhubekela phambili. SANCO calls upon Cosatu to embrace community struggles as we address the bread and butter issues. Members of Cosatu as residents, they have also a responsibility to ensure that they work together with SANCO, with the entire alliance, to improve the living conditions of our people. Let us work together as an alliance, partner through joint campaigns on national, provincial, and local level. Secondly, to members of Cosatu to join and strengthen SANCO, because themselves they are soldiers of communities. SANCO in their respective communities so as to mobilize our community and strengthen the organs of people's power, effective and bring about people-centered, people-driven development, happens on the ground and therefore invoke citizen participation in governing of our country. We are here as SANCO to acknowledge the achievement made by the government of the ANC and appreciate the issue that was raised by the president of the ANC when he was presenting the manifesto I think it was last week or the week before last in the PE or Nelson Mandela Bay, when he encouraged that the cooperative sector must be allowed to operate at the local government level. As SANCO, we have been working to ensure that we build cooperatives that will assist us to fight against poverty. We hope that the municipalities, as they come in office after the 3rd of August elections, they will implement that program. Members of SANCO, wherever they are, they will have also responsibility of engaging with the councillors, discuss with them. Don't protest if you have not spoken to the leadership that lead the municipalities. We must only protest if the comrades that we deploy to work for the community are not doing what the manifesto of the ANC said that they must do. We hope that everyone will work together with us to drive this development to our people. SANCO is convinced that we must request NETLEC, together with Cosatu, to declare, because NETLEC is labor, is community, is government, is business, that they should declare that 2017 to 2027 as a decade to intensify training program of the workers of our country. That we must train workers, we must retrain them and train them, we must skill them and reskill them with relevant skills in order for them to be employed or for the skills that are required by the industry. We believe that there are resources. If we mobilize them and use them appropriately, we'll be able to do so, that every worker, those who are employed, those who are unemployed at the moment, should be trained. We think that the community colleges will also assist us, Ngqongqoshe, to do exactly that we shouldn't have any worker that is untrained, because workers are the backbone of our economy. As we enter the radical phase of economic transformation, we can't succeed if we don't train our workers, train the young in many townships. We know, of course, we have also received a report by the Statistician General about the plight of our young people. We think that the ANC-led alliance should be able to do that. Our view is that the political council, the Alliance Political Council, should oversee the implementation of this program of training workers in our country. We are not talking about training workers for 2 weeks, but we talk about systematic program of skilling our workers in order for them to be productive and assist to build this economy that all of us we wish to see being a vibrant economy. Without vibrant workers, we won't have a very developed economy. It is our view as SANCO that we must work together to implement this program. Siyaqhubeka nomsebenzi wonke esibhekane nawo okumsebenzi okwenza ngcono impilo zabantu. Siyathemba ke iSANCO njenge-organization siyayisupport i-minimum wage demand ephuthwe yiCosatu. Siyathemba futhi network izosheshisa lo msebenzi uqede bese ukwazi mawuze iparlament yabantu nawo iwuvume. iSANCO siyasupporta futhi umsebenzi owenziwa i-Department of Higher Education ukuthi kwakhiwe ama-community colleges. As SANCO sizoparticipate fully in the management of those community colleges and TVET. We think that very important to skill our young people. As SANCO will continue to urge that the right of workers must be respected by everyone, because workers are a strength of our community. SANCO is fully support the ANC in this coming local government election, which are said to be very fiercely contested. Our view is that we should defeat all these parties that think that they are strong when they are weak. They have never ruled any part of the country. They got no experience even to fix taps. They will never run the country. We must all go out and vote for the ANC, because the ANC is tried and tested. ANC, an organization that we relied on, that we trust. ANC is led by the comrade, by the leadership who are committed to the poor of the poorest. The ANC is building an unracial, non-sexist, and democratic society. Without the ANC, there will be no future in our country. Even those who accuse us, in fact, many of them, if tomorrow, Comrade President and ANC, you volunteer not to govern the country, I can tell you they will march to Lutuli House, all of them, to demand you to go back and govern the country, because none of them have the capacity to do that. Let us, all of us, work together to these coming elections. We must go house to house, because abasebenzi siyabathemba. So sebenza nabo, sibambisane, siye phambili. iSANCO, of course, is of the view, as we celebrate this historic struggle of working people, we should not forget the sacrifices of so many people who have contributed a great deal for us to enjoy the rights and dignity we have today. And that workers still need to mobilize from 1st of May and beyond. and confront many challenges the workers are still facing, whilst taking stock of the gains made by workers and increase the tempo of the struggle for a just and equitable society. It is our view as SANCO that we must continue implementing the progressive policies of the government, because with those policies, we all know that we listen attentively when all other parties put their manifesto for consideration by society. All of them, they copy the ANC manifesto. I understand now why they always wait for the ANC to present his manifesto, is to make it easy for them to copy this manifesto. Siyathemba Mongameli, namalungu onke akhona abasebenzi siyokwazi ukuqhubeka siye phambili. Sizithobe kubantu, sibathanda abantu bakithi. Ngoba masingabathandi ngeke sibasebenzele. Sikwazi ukuba siqhubeke sibambisene nabo. Lapho esone khona sikwazi ukubuya sibe humble ukuthi sonile lana sicela nisisize kuze siqhubekele phambili. Siyabathemba kabasebenzi bonke bekhona la nakweendaweni eziningi kule lizwe ukuthi ngezwe elilodwa nje bayakwazi ukuba kwenzeke zonke izinto. SANCO is confident that Cosatu has the ability to unite the workers of our country. Without unity, we'll be unable to defeat monopoly capital. That's why unity is paramount. And we hope that the leadership of Cosatu will never get tired in persuading those workers who were misled to get out of Cosatu. Because Cosatu is the only home for the workers of our country. The alliance is only future of this country. Without this four organizations, there will be no future in our region, there was no future in our continent. Abasebenzi ke beCosatu mabazi ukuthi umsebenzi wonke usemahlombe abo. Nathi futhi sobambisana nabo sisebenzela abantu bakithi. Siyabonga kakhulu. Amandla. Amandla. Long live Msholozi, long live. Long live Stumo Dlamini, long live. Long live Blade Zimande, long live. Long live the provincial leadership, long live. Long live Mashatile, long live. Amandla. Matimba. Siyabonga kakhulu basebenzi masibambisane.
Amandla, amandla, amandla. Re kopela o tswela pele ka lenaneo la rena. We want to continue with our program. We know, comrade, there are a number of prominent leaders of the alliance amongst us in Gauteng, comrades, the Premier of Gauteng and the Deputy Chairperson of the ANC, Comrade David Makura, is amongst us. He will be coming to the podium very soon, to the stage very soon. We also, in our midst, comrades, have the Provincial Secretary of the SACP, Comrade Jacob Mamabolu, is also with us. In our midst, comrade, we also have the Provincial Chairperson of SANCO, Comrade Chris, is also with us. We also, comrade, have the regional chairperson of the ANC, and the mayor of Tshwane, Cosatu May, is amongst us. There are many leaders amongst us, comrades. We're not going to introduce them all, but then we can only manage to introduce those who are leading their organizations now. Comrades, without any further ado, retlo kupela mongwaledi pare what's a Kibitswana, Amabomvana, the South African Communist Party, the only vanguard of the working class. The General Secretary, Comrade Blake Nzimande, will be talking to us. Comrade Nzimande.
Amandla! Amandla! Viva the African National Congress, viva! Tata ANC, Tata! Viva the SACP, viva! Qina Cosatu, Qina! Qina Cosatu, Qina! Viva Sanko, viva! Viva the ANC Women's League in Bogoto, viva! Viva the ANC Youth League, viva! Viva the YCL Ufasimba, viva! Viva Sasco, viva! Viva Kosas, viva! Amandla! Siyabonga comrades. Ngicela ngibingelele comrade president we-ANC and our republic, Comrade Jacob Zuma, President we-Cosatu, Comrade Stumo Dlamini, ngibingelela ucomrade weSanco, ucomrade uMdakana oqeda ukukhuluma manje. Ngibingelele usihlalo weANC eGauteng, Comrade Paul Mashatile. Ngibingelele nabo bonke abanye abaholi bale province. uComrade uAmos, uyiShop Stewart lapha eminyangweni yami, ngiyabona uyiphethe kahle. Nonobhala wamakomanisi ngingamkhohlwa kule province, sibonge ngalomsebenzi eniwenzile comrades. Comrades, we have just celebrated 22 years of majority rule in our country. 22 years of democracy led by the ANC and its alliance. 22 years is both a long time and a short time, Mongameli, at the same time. It is a short time in which to address the terrible legacy of centuries of colonial, racial, and capitalist dispossession. We should not underestimate what we have collectively achieved over this short period. A constitutional democracy, worker rights, mass rollout of subsidized housing, water connections, sanitation, school enrollment, adult literacy, the world's largest free rollout of antiretrovirals, significantly improving life expectancy. 1/3 of South Africans are now benefiting from social grants, the largest per capita rollout in the world. In 22 years, we have provided household electricity to 6 million households. White minority regimes only achieved 5 million household electricity connection in over 100 years. Uhulumeni wabelungu kwathatha 200 ukutenze nje anika abantu abawu 5 million ugesi. Uhulumeni ka-ANC uthathe only 20 years ukunika abantu abawu 6 million ugesi ezweni lakithi. That is why, comrades, as we express solidarity today with workers of the world and the workers of our country, we are also at the same time calling on the working class to come out in their numbers on the 3rd of August and vote for the African National Congress. But at the same time, comrades, 22 years is a short time, despite these achievements. And there is more, of course, that we could have done. We could perhaps have done better. We must always be hard on ourselves when it comes to that. Unemployment is still high, and we still remain one of the most unequal societies in the world. But President Cosatu, no president abanye nowezwe, kuvamile ukuthi njalo umzabalazo uma sekuphela u20 years wanqoba waphumelela bese kuqala ukuba nezinkinga. Even strong countries like China today, after 20 years, it developed huge problems that took more than 10 years to actually sort out. So we must be very proud that as a country, we are at year 22, we are still together, but we must not relax. The threat to our country and to our revolution is very big. Awubheke Brazil kwenzakalani manje? Bafuna ukususa upresident ngendluzula outside of the democratic process. Our revolution in virtually all the BRICS countries today, our revolution is under attack. Now, that is why, comrades, it is important that we must not gamble with the unity of our alliance. That is the main message we are bringing as the SACP. So that at all times, when our own movement is under attack, they must always find us united, not in different spaces. Because if we are in different spaces, even small challenges become huge problems that we are unable to resolve. Let us unite our movement. Let us close ranks. Let us defeat the strategic agenda of imperialism and monopoly capital. Let us consolidate and accelerate a second radical phase of the NDR. Wemaqabani, uma sithi asisebenze ndawonye, asisho lento ngoba kumnandi. Isitha singena kalula uma ngabe singabumbene, singeyona into eyodwa. But what should we unite about? Is it unity for the sake of unity? Is it unity for public appearances? No. And again, no. Is it unity because local government will be held in August? Yes, but that's only part of it. Because that's not a sustainable basis. Sizo unite only when we are going to elections. We must be united at all times. You know, Msholos, kunento engihluphayo, kunama comrades athi ake siye kukulwa ngesisuthu kushiwo kamnandi kuthiwa ama-room of arts. Ake siye kukulwa ngoba siyokhethweni. Ingihluphe lento ukuthi uma uyicabangisisa kahle isho ukuthini? Isho ukuthi ke alothi ke lingadlula kukhetho ke bese siyaqhubeka ke.
Well, that was Blade Nzimande, speaking at the Workers' Day celebrations in Mamelodi, Pretoria. But we will be crossing to Tembisa, where 50 unions are meeting on May Day celebrations to launch a rival federation to Cosatu. Yesterday, the unions came together to discuss the establishment of a new labour federation that will fight for the working class. Moment, we will be crossing both to Tembisa and Mamelodi in Pretoria. Continue to take place, but for now, stay with us right here on the SABC News Desk. We're taking a short break.
Trends saw a stage play where two great forces were born in South Africa.
The Broederbond formed in 1918, which is the year that Nelson Mandela was born. So these forces were essentially born in the same year.
Brilliant clothing designs and jewelry comes from cement.
So we try and guide the artists and the designers in playing, experimenting and testing their work through the medium of concrete.
Behind the scenes of an exciting Afrikaans movie, Modder and Bloed, we met the actors.
And the cultural backdrop is kind of irrelevant. It's kind of the flavor of the film.
That whole thing brought us all closer together, and it read beautifully on camera. You know, we weren't acting cold, we were really cold.
Join Refilwe Muilwa every Friday at 9 p.m. on Trends.
How does this extreme heat affect basic conditions of living?
Food spoils more readily, and the risk of food poisoning outbreaks or food poisoning in a household.
Should we experience another heat wave soon, and it's coming?
First sign is always thirst. Thirst is a sign that already your body started to be dehydrated, and that's a very early sign that most people will be able to sort of pay attention to and then act on. That doesn't warrant any serious medical attention. But the minute that you start to feel slightly nauseous, that you start to feel dizzy, that's a sign that you need to stop what you're doing, get out of the sun, get into a cool area, slow down your intensity, get hydrated, cool down.
Join Dr. Sello Mutawung every Saturday from 9 till 10 in the morning.
Comrade Stumo, ako-America nako-Europe, nemitha amaphilisi aphambili, izinto ezantshontshwa kule continent yethu, okuningi kwako, kodwa kuthiwa sekuqhamuka le Europe. Bebezama ukuntshontsha ngisho i-Rooibos tea, kuthiwa izoyo-register eMelika. I-Rooibos tea eyabasebenzi bala into yethu, akuyona into yamasela abafuna ukuthatha into zabantu. Siyayibongela ke lensizwa yakamakade. Bengithi nami soke siyithumelele nje sithi please call me. Comrades, we must fight corruption. Uma kuthiwa khona into ezosibulala yilo corruption, ngoba ngeke sizilwe izimpi esibhekene nazo uma singaphumeleli ukulwa ne-corruption. But let us be on the ground. I-SACP iyanimema futhi nonke abasebenzi to join its financial sector campaign. I-campaign yethu had one very important victories. Umzansi account against arbitrary blacklisting by the credit bureaus. We also won a credit amnesty, and as the Communist Party, Comrade Stum, we are of the view that abasebenzi bakithi, they are so heavily indebted again that we must consider another amnesty in order to take the working class out of this situation. But ke basebenzi masisho njalo, asisho ukuthi hambani niyongena more ekweletini nize nivele ngenwele nganza kwethu. Ake nitsheleke nibuye nganeno noma kutshelekwa kutshelekela ukuthi sikwazi ukuthi sikhulise izipaza zethu nezinye izinto ezizosingenisela imali. Kodwa indlela abantu bakithi abakweleta ngayo sisenkathazweni. Ithini SACP namhlanje? Sithi lama garnish orders aya abuswa. There is corruption between some of the offices of the magistrates and the banks to actually issue garnish orders to people willy-nilly. We want this thing to be properly regulated. One of the biggest challenges we face, especially in this province, is the repossessions of houses of workers and the lower middle class by the banks. And again, uthathelwe umuzi wakho ukweleta 200,000 bese uya kwi-auction uyodayiswa ngo-1,000 rand, but kuqhutshekwe kuthiwa wena usakweleta ibhenge liwuthathe ngalo 1,000 uyodayiswa enye imali enkulu. This is exploitation. In fact, we are calling for the investigation of the manner in which repossessions are approved in the magistrates' courts in this country. Enye into my comrades, umbutho wethu ANC kudala ithatha le decision. Msholo sisacela implement le decision. Sisacela ukuthi Post Bank inikwe le license yayo. Ukuze singadlali lamabhanga amakhulu angakwazi kubenzela lutho abantu bakithi. This license by the Post Bank is very important so that we can actually have affordable banking for our people. Moving towards the end, we support Cosatu on comprehensive social security. Kuyabiza ukuba umsebenzi ezweni lakithi ngane zakwethu. Abasebenzi abaningi spend more than 50% year whole with transport. We welcome the fact that the manifesto ANC is saying we must have integrated housing. Lento yokuthi ama-RDP houses sisaqhubeka nokwakha le la kungekho khona umuntu away from the workplaces. That must change. The ANC commits to that. We welcome that. Public transport is expensive. Higher education is expensive. That's why we want to change it and the president on a presidential commission. Askagabi in a national health insurance, siyayifuna ukuthi sheshe because laba bane medical aid, you know, kuthi kushaya September, i-medical aid ayisekho iphelile. Uma unesifanyana nje sekufunakala ukuthi uyozikhokhela wena ngemali engekho. But we also want to say, Comrade Stone, sengiyaqeda manje ngoba ngifuna ukudla isikhathi senu nomongameli abakhulu. If Freedom Charter it, the state shall recognize the right and duty of all to work. We must begin to advance this idea of the right to work. We know we're in a capitalist system, but we must begin to advance this notion that people must work and actually people must have job. Sithi kama comrades asiphumeni ngobuningi bethu siyovotela iANC. Siyajabula ngoba upresident uthe uma ilaunch manifesto nathi sifuna ukuyiphinda lento eshiwo isandla. Wathi akuqhutshwa ngendlela kaANC ukuthi how are councillors nominated. We must not allow the corruption of the ANC processes. Thina njenge-ANC, njenge-SACP, we will have difficulties ukusupporta amakhansela angene ngopotsho, go-back door, ebe kungalandelwanga izindawo la kufanele kusetshenzwe ngayo. Sizoziraise kodwa lezi zinto. Where we have these problems, we will raise them with the ANC first, so that they can actually be addressed. We cannot afford to go to ANC compromise. Comrades, sifuna ukuthi Happy Workers' Day. Sibonge kunina nikhona la. You must always know ukuthi wherever the workers are, the Communist Party will be right there next to you. Whether libalele or liyana, sizohambisana nani, ikakhulukazi le federation. Sibuya sithi, happy 30 years, Cosatu, happy 30 years. Amandla!
Mandla. Mandla. No, comrades, let's proceed with our program. We are told that 30 buses are still coming. But then for now, comrades, we'll want to request the ANC artist collaboration to come and render an item before the president of the ANC addresses us. The artist, these comrades, ANC artist collaborations include Umam Debra, Ukolega, Ukanyo, Tebugo Twin, Brown, and Cindy. Can you come to the stage and render the item before the president can speak to us? Viva Cosatu, viva! Viva Cosatu, viva! Amandla!
2016 siyabangena! Viva Cosatu, viva! Viva abasebenzi, viva! Okay, comrades, asithi ukujiva kancane before omongameli bengena.
Molweni ninjani siphile nathi akhonto inkosi sasiphethe ngenceba halala basebenzi halala halala basebenzi halala
Okay. Lena yini?
Masiyenge xa inkosi nathi akekho ngasahlula amurimo lite yo matata amurimo lite yo matata
Amandla. Amandla. Cosatu, are you here? Cosatu, are you here? ANC, are you here? ANC, are you here? SACP, are you here? SACP, are you here? Sanko, are you here? Amandla. Comrades, Artuelem pele ka program ya rona. Re tlo kopa Comrade Paul Mashatile, the provincial chairperson of the ANC, to come and formally introduce the president of the ANC, to come and speak to us. Comrade Paul.
Qina msebenzi qina. Qina msebenzi qina. Halala basebenzi halala. Halala basebenzi halala. Tata ANC tata. Tata ANC tata. Pata ANC pata. Pata ANC pata. Teka inkwaso ANC teka inkwaso. Teka inkwaso ANC teka inkwaso. Shine basebenzi shine. Qina Cosatu qina. Qina SACP qina. Qina Sanko qina. Wathinta abafazi. Wathinta abafazi. Malibongwe. 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 Roar, young lions, roar. Roar, young lions, roar. Anginizwa, roar, young lions, roar. Comrades, firstly, let me start by greeting our leaders, bonke, who are here with us today. Ketla kalaka mu President of African National Congress, Comrade Jacob Zuma. Kidumedise mu President wa Cosatu, Comrade Dumo Dlamini. President wa Sanko, Comrade Richard Mdagani. General Secretary wa Makomani Subawu Plate Nzimande. And all the leaders who are here, the provincial leaders, the Premier of Gauteng, the ministers who are here, the Executive Mayor of Tshwane, the MEC, MCs, MPs, and MPLs, but most importantly, ni nabasebenzi. Basebenzi ninjani. Basebenzi ni ready. Siyawina on the 3rd of August, siyawina. President ataganizwa. Siyawina on the 3rd of August, siyawina. Ni abasabana. Ni abasabana. President atunzwile ke manje. Siyabangena. Program Director, as I introduce the President, let me just say, Comrade President, that we are ready in Gauteng. We want you to come and give direction. Masibizeni ke uPresident azokhuluma nathi. Simtshelo si ready thina on the ground. We are going to go door to door and make sure that come the 3rd of August, victory is certain. President, I now take this opportunity to welcome you to the stage.
Well, a warm welcome now to our SABC2 viewers who now join us for this broadcast of the Workers' Day celebrations. Now, the President is about to address the main Workers' Day rally currently taking place in Moreleta Park in Mamelodi. Time for us to take a crossing to see those live visuals coming to you now.
Amandla! Amandla! Awethu matla ya rona matimba aina All power. All power. Long live Cosatu, long live. Long live Cosatu, long live. Long live the alliance, long live. Long live the alliance, long live. Thank you, comrades. Thank you very much.
Abazange bambon, wabazange bambon, abazange bambon, uzuma lo, Manda.
Thank you. Thank you, comrades. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, comrades. Sizohlabelela, sike sikhulume kuqala. Aribuwe pele. Litabena hapi. Comrades, President of Cosatu, Comrade Dlamini, members of the Cosatu Central Executive Committee, General Secretary of the South African Communist Party, Comrade Nzimande, President of SANCO, Comrade Mtagana, leadership and representatives of the Tripartite Alliance and SANCO, chairperson of the ANC in the province of Gauteng, Comrade Mashatile, the leadership at all levels of the alliance present here today, abasebenzi bonke abakhona namhlanje la. I bring revolutionary greetings from the National Executive Committee of the ANC on this important day of celebrating workers' rights and the strides we have made in transforming the workplace. We meet here today to celebrate the 22nd May Day in a free South Africa. This day is celebrated by all workers in the world. It has been celebrated for a number of centuries. The workers who are the victims of the system, who have been exploited and suppressed for many, many years, decided many years ago to organize themselves, because it was clear that when workers were not organized, they were victims of the system. Some overexploited, others due to conditions of work, dying whilst at work. And yet, they were underpaid and many hours of work. In 1884, 86, the workers in the United States decided to take action against their exploitation. And they took one issue that is still an issue today, the issue of working hours. That the hours should be reduced to every worker in the world. And decided to organize a big protest to make that message known, that the workers were now organized and they were ready to take up action against their exploitation. This point is very important for the working people to know, because whether we like it or not, the exploitation of workers continues. It may take different forms, and it's still going to continue as long as the wrong system is still in place. And therefore, the organization of workers in big numbers is an essential thing that the workers should be conscious of. Because if you are not conscious of it, you will be exploited from generation to generation. There was something important in that protest, because at the end, there was a clash with the police, resulting to some death. And the police arrested the leaders of the unions and charged them and tried them. And indeed, sentenced a few of them to death. Among them, Passing and Schilling. It was clear that the capitalist system was very strong. These workers, leaders, who were fighting for the right of workers globally, were victimized for that. As they were going to the gallows, they said something important, that this voice that was not heard at that time of the working class, that when time or the passage of time experiences the struggles of the workers, these voices of the workers that were being silent, not to raise the conditions of workers, will be heard in future loud and clear over the hills and mountains and continents of the world. And those words were correct, because with the passage of time, the workers have been organized into powerful unions. They said this because they knew that the system of exploitation of the working class could not last forever without the consciousness of the workers rising to organize themselves. So on this day is a day we remember the suffering of the working people in the world. But we also remember the areas where the voices of the workers that were suffocated many centuries ago are now heard loudly and clearly. And history has seen the workers being in charge in some areas. But the very fact that the system introduced by the workers was pushed back by the capitalist system tells you that the struggle continues. You cannot say it is over. And that is why today the workers over the world come together to celebrate this day, but not just to celebrate, but to take new resolutions to develop and advance the struggle of the working people. With the development of the wrong system, the suppression and oppression and silencing of the working people takes different forms. At times, it is very harsh. At times, it is camouflaged by certain things. It is in this context that we here today in this country, South Africa, we celebrate 20 years of the freedom of our people. And therefore the celebration of May 1st by the working class, perhaps in a very challenging situation that we need to understand as workers. We are in a challenging situation in South Africa. And it is important for us to know this, because if we don't know it, we are still going to remain under the bondage for many years to come. This country, South Africa, was lucky to have the leaders who had a foresight and who understood our conditions very well and reacted appropriately by creating the organization of the workers with a different objective and clarity. That the workers must fight for their rights at the factory floor, but also they must fight their political right where they stay. And therefore you could not separate these two. And this is what our leaders did. And this is what led to the formation of a different type of a union. A union that is conscious of the plight of its members. and therefore understood the struggle differently from just ordinary unions. Because for the workers to be able to fight for their rights, they need to be organized in the first instance, but also they need to be clear about their tasks. It is in this context that we celebrate this day today. What has happened today? And if we don't see what has happened, then we are in for a big shock. As the workers, the struggle of the workers, as understood globally, is that the workers must break the chains of every worker. Question is it easy? Do the workers understand their strength, the power of their strengths, amandla? Because if they don't understand, then it is difficult to wage the struggle that could take us forward. I want to come to this point because I want to talk a little bit about what is happening in South Africa today. I'm going to come back to it because it is important. Because if we don't understand, like many other revolutions that were taken over by opportunists, this can happen in this country. At times, by the very people you thought they were with you, and yet they were not with you. You need to appreciate this, because some of the voices that are very loud today are people who are with you here. Who have begun to give a different interpretation to our revolution. So today, comrades, we join all progressive forces in the world in the continued fight for a living wage, decent work, and a better South Africa in our case, as those were led by passing and shilling deed in the United States, in Chicago. Comrades, you have rightfully themed this year's May Day as celebrating 30 years, defending collective bargaining, workers' jobs, and our hard-won workers' rights. We indeed have laws in place that practice the workers, that protect the workers in our country. And these laws have been brought by our democratic government, the African National Congress government. We have strong labor laws which protect the employees from exploitation to the extent that those who do not agree with us and decry them, they decry these laws to be very restrictive. They even talk about very stiff labor laws which do not allow those who employ to do what they want with the workers. Workers' rights are enshrined in the Constitution of our Republic. These rights include, among many, the right to fair labor practice, the right to form and join trade unions, strike and picket. Our Constitution says we must do so as workers. The right to collective bargaining, among others. Would these laws be there without the ANC government? No. And without the African National Congress in power, this country will be in big trouble. Our Constitution also contains other rights that are important to workers. For instance, the right to water, housing, and other socio-economic rights. The right to access information, accountability of public enterprises, and procurement policy of social objectives. Comrades, the achievements we celebrate today regarding the workers, the workplace, we do so because of the mutually beneficial relationship in the alliance. Our leaders who were wise, who had wisdom, felt the workers organizing themselves alone was not enough in the South African setting. It was important that the vanguard party of the workers must be organized and work with the workers, including shaping the thinking of the workers, but also work with the national movement, the African National Congress, so that each of these will protect the other in one form or the other. We need one another more than we think we know. The very point I've just made, that without the ANC government, which is progressive, derived its progressiveness from working with the workers and the South African Communist Party, would not have had these laws. This is a benefit which is there as evidence for us of the success and the need of the alliance partners. If the workers were on their own, they would not have made the laws. No one in parliament would have piloted these laws. Because of the workers who are in the ANC, of the party as well, we were able to fight for these laws in parliament and pass them, as well as entrench the rights of workers in the Constitution. That is a benefit, a real benefit, not a theoretical benefit. The real benefit of the alliance partnership. There is no other political, whether any party or any other federation outside of Cosatu that worked for these laws. The ANC is the only political organization in the country that can produce policies and legal environment that addresses the plight of the workers. No other political party. The question of our future, of the conditions in our country, is not something to play about. It's not something to make sound bites in the TVs and radios. It's a serious matter for us. Simply put, for the plight of the workers to be addressed, the ANC needs to be in government, it needs to be in power at all material times. The ANC will never turn against workers' interests. Never. All programs of the ANC are designed to make the country a better place for the poor and the working class. And it is the working class that says this openly, that we are fighting and defending and looking after the interests of the poor and the working class. Comrades, since its inception, Cosatu has subscribed to this view of being a revolutionary trade union movement. This approach sought to relate the worker struggles with the broader national struggle. In other words, this federation articulates its interests that protect the workers not only at the factory floor, but also where they stay, at the national political disadvantage that has been given to them. And that's the reason why it should not be debated whether Cosatu members vote for ANC or not. But that's the political side of Cosatu. Because it is only when Cosatu and the party vote for the ANC that the ANC can stay and we can push for a better South Africa, for a prosperous South Africa. As a successor to SACTU and committed to integrating the struggles of the workers to the broader national struggle, Cosatu became an integral component of the ANC-led alliance, consciously, not by mistake, consciously. The understanding of oppression was therefore very deep in South Africa and cemented the alliance indeed. So anybody who claims to be representing the interests of the workers in no way can undermine the unity of the workers, can divide the workers in the name of caring for the workers. It can't be. It can't be. The unity in action of the alliance during the struggle would be demonstrated in practical action that would be undertaken by workers through withdrawing their labor power in support of the National Liberation Movement. That's how progressive and revolutionary workers contributed to the struggle. If there was a protest, the workers participated by withdrawing their labor power to make the regime and those who collaborated with them feel the pinch. There are clear examples, leaving aside many such actions. But in 1961, when President Mandela called for 3 days stay at home, it did not just mean people who are walking around not working must just stay home. He meant the workers. They must stay at home for 3 days, not go to work. So the workers must withdraw their power. And they participated. It's not as if they were just passengers in the struggle. They were part of the struggle. And they should be part of the struggle today as we build South Africa, as we move forward to prosperity. The ANC relationship with Cosatu is a long-standing relationship, to the extent that when it became clear that the two could not work in isolation from each other, Inkosi Albert Luthuli said at the SACTU conference in 1959, and this was his famous coining of this relationship, when he said, SACTU is a spear. In other words, the federation is a spear, and the ANC is a shield. In other words, this great leader combined these two into something as instruments in the hands of one person: the shield and the spear. He added that no worker is a good member of Congress unless he is also a trade unionist. In other words, he gave instructions to members of the ANC who were working in factories that if you are a worker, you are in the ANC, you must also be part of the union. But he also said, no trade unionist is a good trade unionist unless he is also a member of the Congress. This politically, scientifically explains the alliance in a more glaring terms. That in order to grow and cement the relationship, we should be together. Not just be together in a generalized alliance. We should carry two memberships. If you belong to the ANC, you are a worker, belong to the union. If there is no union, form it. If you are a unionist, join the ANC. Organize the ANC where you are is your duty. Because that will add the strength in the voice of the majority, in the voice of the poor. Comrades, this year marks the year of the local government elections. It is during this year that we will see communities in our country renew their mandates to the local leaders. Now, if you take what Chief Luthuli said, this cannot be the business of the ANC only. It's equally the business of the Federation Cosatu. There's no one who's inviting the other to come and help. Is our duty, is our mandate. We have declared this year, the theme of this year as Together Advancing People's Power in Every Community. Local government is in your hands. This is what the leadership has said to all of us. It is our duty to ensure that at the local government level, we bring the force and impact it needs for us to be able to govern at that level. But that's where the delivery takes place. It cannot be other people who don't understand where South Africa is going. It is us, the ANC, the SACP, Cosatu, and Sanko. A vote for the ANC on 3 August is a vote for the delivery of quality services. It is a vote for development of local communities and integration of communities in urban and rural areas. It is a vote for the expansion of water, supply and electricity, roads, improved health care, and education for the poor and the working class. It is a vote for working together to boost inclusive growth so that our people can get jobs. Don't listen to people who dream whilst awake in this country. Because there are so many who dream whilst awake. We therefore call on all workers to unite and rally behind the ANC in these elections. The unity of workers is paramount for the victory of the ANC in these elections. So from us, the ANC, we do not take the existence and unity of Cosatu for granted. We know it is important. We know we are what we are because of Cosatu and the party and Sanko. We have listened to the complaints of our people about the performance of some councillors. We are putting measures to improve this. And councillors will be will be accessible to the community. Don't want councillors that are not accessible to the communities. We want councillors that must know they've been appointed, they've been elected, they've got to report to the community on a regular basis. We have taken a decision. We believe that our councillors must sign performance agreements to commit themselves. They must also report regularly to communities on their work. We are going to give time frames, how often they report, so that people don't see the councillor for the first time when we do door to door. They must see them, know them, raise issues with them. This will give power to the people in holding their representatives accountable and making local government work better. We must control it, we the people. We are the ones who must control our councils. We have also heard complaints of workers about outsourcing. That is why the ANC will attend to this matter seriously. Because it has become very clear that outsourcing actually reduces the possibility of employment in a proper way. So we are going to look into this very seriously. Cosatu should use this month sorry about that. Our expectation is that municipalities should employ workers to perform all work that must be done. It must not outsource. It must employ. If there is a need for outsourcing, this must be carefully controlled. Only if it is a technical thing that other people cannot do. That's how the ANC is taking the matter seriously. Because as we talk about the lack of employment, we believe now that outsourcing adds to that problem. Comrades, today marks the beginning of Africa Month. During the month of May, we celebrate the founding of the Organization of African Unity. Cosatu should use this month to promote the unity of workers and also to promote our African identity. Let us use African Month to promote African advancement, sustainable economic development, as well as peace and security in our beloved continent. We should also use African Month to promote peaceful coexistence amongst South Africans and nationals from other countries, especially our brothers and sisters from the African continent. We, the workers, understand this better than many other people. There is a political environment in our country that is prevailing right now. The problem of violence in the protests. Comrades, let me reiterate our concern about some unacceptable identities, some of unacceptable incidents of violence during protests. We should isolate people who destroy infrastructure and property during protests. We have heard shocking incidents of people who even burned factories in the KwaZulu-Natal during a period when we say we need more jobs to be created, but we burn the factory. We reduce more chances to have more jobs. Let us unite as South Africans against such despicable behavior. Grievances should be expressed peacefully. We have a right to protest, but our protest must be supported by everybody. It is only when we protest properly that the support of our people will be with us. We've also noted within the political environment the existence of some desperate elements who seem hell-bent to promote anarchy and chaos in our beautiful country. The people of our country must isolate political parties that advocate the use of violence in a free, peaceful, and democratic South Africa. We worked very hard to create peace and stability in our country. Lives were lost in the struggle for freedom, peace, and democracy. We must not allow opportunists to take us back to the period of anarchy and destruction. We must also isolate and shun parties that promote disunity and divisions within our country. Let us isolate and shun parties that promote thuggery and chaos. South Africans want to live in peace and harmony. Anarchists and those who support them have no place in a democratic South Africa. South Africa is a much better place to live in now than it was before 1994. Let us build on the achievements and work together to deal with challenges that remain. As the ANC, supported by the alliance partners, we have a duty to ensure that the fruits of freedom reach all our people. Together, let us take the country forward and work for prosperity that will be enjoyed by all our people. Let us work together to ensure that the overwhelming victory of the ANC is achieved in August 3rd. It is absolutely important. I think, comrades, our understanding of the vote of each and every one of us must be clearer. We are not just voting for the sake of it. Vote constitutes the power. The power. If it is said this organization is in power, it is put there by vote, and the vote therefore constitutes the power. If you don't vote or encourage people to go and vote, you are in fact interfering with the power of government. A vote is a power. Very important to understand that. That is why we must do everything we can to deploy ourselves all over the country to ensure that all citizens are out to vote. Well, that's where the power lies for us to change the conditions in this country. We need to have, and this is important, we need to maintain the level of 2/3, because it means if you have got 2/3, you have the power to change the country. If you have what they call small margin, your power is very little. You can't even do anything. and therefore voting for the ANC to have bigger power to change what we can see as an obstacle is absolutely important. Democracy allows that in every 5 years, let us shake and evaluate power and see where power goes. We must not leave power. Because if we leave power, this country will be in the hands of chaotic people, anarchists, and we will be in trouble. And there will be no forward movement. And you must know that in every country and in the world, the majority is the working people. And it is the workers who must understand this. So it is important for us to do so. Now, we are going to start campaigning. We are going to deal with people who talk too much. And explain to the country who they are. What are they trying to do? We are going to deal with everything that has been said. Today, we are celebrating. A campaign is going to move throughout the country. Opportunists and reactionaries will be explained. Our country is faced with a difficulty today of counter-revolution, disguised in many guises, and we've got to expose them for the people to know who they are. Our task for now is to mobilize for our elections. And remember that a vote for the ANC is a vote for peace and unity in our country. And that the vote of the ANC is a vote for a non-racial, non-sexist, democratic, and prosperous South Africa. A vote for the ANC is a vote for a better life for all and an improved quality of life of our people. Our vote has a meaning. I don't know about other votes, but ours has a meaning. Let us therefore celebrate this day of the workers with this understanding. It is not just a celebration. We are celebrating, we are remembering where we come from, but we are saying this is the way to go. How to advance forward to a prosperous country. And it is only this alliance that can advance this country. Amandla! Awethu! Matla! Yarona! All power! All power! Oh, hinde! Lendlela esihambayo! Oh, hinde! Lendlela esihamba! Oh, hinde! Lendlela esihambayo, oh hinde, lendlela esihamba. Washumandela, kubalandeli bethu, othi sohlangana nge-free. Washumandela, kubalandeli bakhe, othi sohlangana nge-freedom. Oh hinde lendlela esihambayo.
sohlangana nge-Freedom Day.
Washu Mandela kubalandeli bakhe wathi
sohlangana nge-Freedom Day.
Lendlela esihambayo lendlela esihambayo lendlela esihambayo lendlela esihambayo washu Mandela kubalandeli bakhe wathi sohlangana nge-Freedom Day. Washu Mandela kubalandeli bakhe wathi sohlangana nge-Freedom Day.
ANC,
Viva, viva! Viva! Pambili siyaya sabangena pambili. Pambili. Hayi lomzalo muhle. Yeah, hayi ba. Just. Ayo. Yeah. Ay sitshele khongolo selo. Somthandazela shayidolo phansi somthandazela halala 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 yangikhumbuza kithi kwaZulu Natal le entabeni zakwaMashu uphuza kuphi umfula wena mina ngiphiza empompini ngingazana umuntu
Hey!
Uthini wena? Akhona umuntu abakhulu abashamana zokuthola sagalala uthini abafrayed?
Mandla, long live President Zuma, long live. Forward to the overwhelming victory in the coming election. Forward. Aluta. Viva Stumoltamini, viva. Viva Stumoltamini, viva. Viva Cosatu, viva. Viva Cosatu, viva. Comrade, let's proceed with our program. We will be addressed by the #1 shop steward in South Africa, the president of Cosatu, Comrade Stumo Dlamini, President.
Yamemeza insimbi yatume madlebeni iyolehlanyisa umfana iyoleba ngusathane awuyamemeza insimbi yatume madlebeni iyolehlanyisa umfana iyoleba ngusathane awusamthathu Zuma osambeke luthuliwo sathi siphathe msholozi uzusiphathe ngoxolo osamthathu Zuma samfake pitoliwo sathi mfoka msholozi uzusiphathe ngoxolo awuyamemeza insimbi yatume madlebeni iyolehlanyisa umfana awuyoleba ngusathane uma ngishiya lenhlangano kubani kubani ngubani uma ngishiya le Cosatu kubani hayaya kubani oye kubani oyofakaza nga Mandla, long live Cosatu, long live. 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 Viva the ANC, viva. Viva the South African Communist Party, viva. Viva Sanko, viva. Viva Sipau, viva. Viva Saktu, viva. Viva the National Union of the Mine Workers, viva. Viva the South African Democratic Teachers Union, viva. Viva Liberated Workers Union, Limusa, viva. Viva Tinosa, viva. Viva FAU, viva. Viva FAU, viva. Viva FAU, viva. Viva FAU, viva. Viva Sakau, viva. Viva Sakau, viva. Viva Nehau, viva. Viva Nehau, viva. Viva Pop Crew, viva. Viva Pop Crew, viva. Zonke ziphelele. Ngisho wangempela futhi ncamalala. Ziphelele zila. Zonke ziphelele. Uma ufuna iFAU ila. Uma ufuna iSakhawu ila. Uma ufuna iDinosa ila. Uma ufuna iSAM pick it up ila. Uma ufuna iPop Crew ila. Zonke ziphelele. Angikhathali omnye umuntu engathini. Futhi ziphelele wangempela. Ziphelele futhi sizojabula. It's our day. It is our day. We are the workers. We are the workers in South Africa. We know no other federation but this Cosatu. We know nothing else but this Cosatu. We know no other life but life in Cosatu. Spelele. Comrade President, isikhathi inkinga. Comrades have been standing here since this morning. Maximum discipline in your numbers. Those who are standing in front of us here, you can't see behind you. I can only tell you, kunemvula yabasebenzi ngemva kwenu. Cosatu is alive. Comrade President of the ANC, this South African Communist Party General Secretary, Mpepeto, President of SANCO, the Provincial Chairperson of the African National Congress in Gauteng, members of the Central Executive Committee of Cosatu who are here. I did note that the president of Dinosa is here. He is deployed here, and other CEC members. Our affiliates. Cosatu is meeting here today, marking these 121 years since the first celebration of May Day by workers in 1895. We are meeting here today to celebrate the victory of workers who waged bitter struggles under the leadership of Cosatu. 29 years ago, this Cosatu forced the apartheid regime to declare May Day a public holiday. We are standing on the shoulders of our giants who came and led this federation before us. This year marks 52 years since Comrade Vuyisile Mini was hanged by the apartheid regime. This year marks 52 years where he was hanged together with other leaders, Wilson Kayinga, and Mr. Zinagile Mkaba on the 6th of May 1964. On this day, we are reminded, comrades, that 40 years ago, in 1976, there was a trial which involved Comrade Henry Kwala, the Lion of the Midlands, in which 40 people were detained because they were duped or deemed to be intending to overthrow the apartheid system. Two of the accused, a few days ago, were honored by our President of the Republic, Comrade Cleopas Ndlovu, Comrade Joseph Nduli, were amongst those who were detained by the apartheid system and who eventually had to die under the hands of the police. They were our leaders. On the 7th of May 1980, the meat workers in the Western Cape, the General Workers Union, at the time at Table Bay, waged a 12-week strike, which resulted into the paralysis of the delivery of meat in that part of our country. 29 years since Cosatu was launched, as the President has said, a living wage campaign was launched in 1987 by this Cosatu. A living wage campaign on the May Day. It was a Friday. This month, comrades, on the 7th of May 1987, Cosatu's head offices were bombed by the apartheid regime under the leadership of the then Minister of Police, Adrian Flock. In 1985, when Cosatu was launched, the counter-revolutionaries formed a counter-revolutionary federation called UWUSA. This Cosatu stood the test of UWUSA, which was a very dangerous right-wing formation which was formed to counter Cosatu. Cosatu defeated UWUSA. 31 years ago, or 31 years later, there are people out there who are still working to try to defeat this federation. Some of them, we stood with them to defend this federation. But today, they are standing on the other side, trying to defeat this federation. Let us remind them, this Cosatu that defeated UWUSA, this Cosatu that defeated 5 Amadoda is mine. This Cosatu that defeated the IFP. This Cosatu that defeated the apartheid regime. No ways. Angikhathali ukuba usazi kangakanani. Even if you steal our policies, even if you steal our constitution, even if you steal our colors, even if you try to speak our language, no ways. Ngeke nithole le Cosatu. Ngeke nitho singafa fi. Ngeke nithole. We don't want to focus on you. Our focus is building this strong federation, Cosatu. And therefore, during this time, we're saying to you, our members, each and every one of you, defend this Cosatu. Defend this federation. We expelled people because of their wrongdoing. They used to be the darling of the workers. We had to take the toughest decision to expel them, not because we hated them. They violated the constitution of this federation. I want to thank those workers who belong to NUMSA, who are here with us tonight, this evening. Banesibindi. I thank you, my comrades. Let's keep on fighting. I want to thank the FAO members who have dared the odds, expulsions and otherwise. They said we will remain in Cosatu. I thank you, Makaban. We shall never take that for granted. As we celebrate today, indeed celebrating the fact that we're remaining 30 years down the line still standing, it's not because of the leaders. No. It is because of the hard working and toiling workers who are members of all the Cosatu unions. We can only thank you, but it is not enough. Kusekhona abanye abasabophekile. Kusekhona abanye abasaphethwe kwezinye indawo. Kusekhona abanye abasasatshiswayo. Go and free them. Free them. Let them come home. Cosatu is the home of the workers in South Africa. Comrades, we know that we have our enemy. And our enemy is monopoly capital. Our enemy is the system of capital monopoly that has the audacity of coming and clubbing together, take decisions that tend to exploit us as the workers here in South Africa. That is our battle that we must fight. We're not confused. So, those ones who are positioning themselves to be wanting to defeat Cosatu, no. We're not paying any attention to you. We are building a strong Cosatu that is ready to fight capital. That is our task. So, no matter how much they insult you, whether they call you an ANC labor desk, whether they call you a Cosatu of yesteryears, whether they call you names, no, you don't listen to that. Focus on building this strong Cosatu that you have been building in the recent 4 years. Continue doing so. Yabona, that thing I'm saying to yourselves, I'm saying it to this alliance leadership, that no matter how people want to call us names and say how bad we are, yabona nxamalala manje ilesikhathi sokuthi faka ikhothi inuli la ukhankase uqhekesisa uphansi kuwina uANC. Nothing else should deter you and your attention to ensuring that this revolution is defended. Mpephetho umfushane nje uzube mfushane kakhulu ushone phansi defending this revolution. Ayikho enye into manje emaqabanga. The battle lines are clear and drawn. Bangapha singapha. That's the message. But we shall not achieve that if we're forgetting what are the issues. It is a fight against labor brokers. It is a fight for a national minimum wage that is legislated. It is a fight for a comprehensive social security. Ngamalala. When you signed that law. Now we knew that people didn't bother to explain to you that we were still expecting them to negotiate with us at NEDLEC on the taxation law. They sneaked it in. But thank you that when we raised the point, which I ikichinyisiwe le sayixoxa wathi cha ayiphinde emuva. Sibizike nayo manje sinovalo kodwa ukuthi i-treasury may still want to delay us on this one. Treasury may still want to delay us on the discussion of the comprehensive social security, but also may want to delay us in protecting our retirement funds, our monies, our deferred wages. Ubagadeke Ncamalala. Our fight, comrades, is for a national minimum wage. Our fight is for defending the jobs that we have. The 60,000 jobs that are threatened in the mining industry is our task to fight to defend those jobs. Let us stand together with the workers in mines. Let us stand together with the workers in the farms. Let us stand with the workers in the retail industry, in the fishery industry. Let us stand with those workers, fight with them, stand with them in fighting to defend those jobs. We are celebrating correctly so today because we now have an amendment on the UIF. The UIF today is now extended from 8 months to 12 months so that you can claim. The UIF is also extended even to those women who fell victim of a miscarriage during their pregnancy. They will claim as if they went on a full maternity process. The UIF today, President, the law that we have passed, says now a worker can claim up to 60% of her wages from EUIF. That is a gain. Comrades, our fight is against the youth wage subsidy, Mongameli. Asifuni youth wage subsidy. And we have reasons. 2 years since that law was passed, no one has given us clear statistics on how many youth have been employed in a meaningful way by those companies that were giving money on the youth wage subsidy. Asifun. Asiwafuni ama e-tolls, President. Asiwafuni wangempela. Ama e-tolls asiwafuni. Kuphela nje into esifunayo, sifuna a safe, affordable, accessible public transport system in South Africa. That is what we want. We cannot continue to be slaves of labor brokers. It is enough, Ncamalala. Because even if the law was passed to regulate them, at least for 3 months, then a worker is employed permanently or registered permanently, they still subvert that law. At the end of 3 months, they fire the worker. Aswafun Ncamalala. Mabi ama labor broker. They are not creating jobs. They are destroying jobs here in South Africa. We thank you, African National Congress. You have put it in bold and clear terms in your manifesto that we must fight and do away with outsourcing. Thank you for that. But this is our demand. We want a state pharmaceutical company here in South Africa. Skathele imithi ebizayo. Uthi ugula nje uphethwe ikhanda bakunika iPanado bese ukhokha 500 rand. National health insurance will not work as long as these pharmaceutical companies still enjoy the monopoly of what medicines we must take. So we want a state pharmaceutical company. We want a state mine. We want a state bank. We want South Africa to have kusheshwe manje. Akusheshwe. That NDP, we say there are two issues we have in it. The labor market chapter of the NDP and the economic chapter of the NDP remain the enemy of the workers, Bongameli. Asihlale siyilungise leyo ndaba. Asiyilungise leyo ndaba because izawukwenza ukuthi le socio-economic radical transformation ingenzeki as long as we are pulled back from that angle. Injalo sengishilo. Nikhulumile baholi bami, I won't repeat. We are coming from a Congress of Cosatu in November. That Congress of Cosatu gave us, my comrade, you gave us a clear mandate on a number of issues. You said, leadership, go and work to unite Cosatu and its affiliates. Spezwayo. I spezwayo ngempela. You said, we must work to unite the alliance. Nayo futhi leyo spezwayo. But we are not shouting all over. We simply are working with the leadership here as a whole. We talk to each other. If it means whispering to one another so that we hear each other better, we do so. Because unity le, your alliance, is not something to play games with. We chazile mongameli injalo nje. Silapho nathi ukuthi without this alliance ibumbene ay siphelile thina basebenzi. You gave us a mandate. Come local government elections, workers under Cosatu, their families, their spouses, their relatives, everyone votes the African National Congress. Sibambile. Sikijima nayo njengoba injalo. Siceleke kodwa into eyodwa siloku sigcizelela. Uyasinda ucomrade Qabano candidate councillor ongafunwa ngabantu. Kunzima ukumcampaignela lo Qabano. We are going to work hard to campaign even for those. But what we are saying, comrades, there is time. Let us ensure that whoever is nominated to be a candidate councillor has at least followed due processes and procedures of the nomination processes in the ANC. Should at least have been sent to the community. Nathi ke thina abasebenzi ke simbambe nje simuze ukuthi wakhiwe kanjani. So that when we go out to campaign, spethu mama nendoda hayi abazizwayo na siyazi bakhona. So sincedeni nje ngaleyo nto khongolose. Uyayizwa baba Mashatile. Ileyo nje. Sinedwe ngamakhansela agijimayo abathandayo abantu abalalelayo abantu kuze sikwazi ukwaphakamisa ke siwakhampeyinele bahambe basihole. Lastly, because inkokheli izikhulumile akhona ama-shop steward la awaphamisa izandla ngiwabona comrade konakele kanjena nje nala kithi Cosatu nala ezweni yithi thina ama-shop steward ayanivuke vukani lokho kwangempela futhi manje take control of your organizations. Ensure that leaders who are elected follow through the mandate that has been given to them by members. These unions are for members, they are not for leaders. Ngikhathele ukunikhumbuza manje. Nivulele amanzi angena endlini navulela imali yasidivide navulela omathanda ikhundla basidivide navulela abantu abangenandaba nabasebenzi bangena basidivide. Hambani nolungisa. There is no other time. Fix that problem. For you nina basekhaya ile nto engisho nje. Hambani nolungisa lento zonke inyunyane zethu zingaphansi nje kwalolu hlaselo. Lungisani lo ngempela futhi ningachithi isikhathi manje kuyasheshwa izwe liyahamba kuliyobiswa yithina abasebenzi. So siyabonga kakhulu maqabana ngisho ukuthi ngiyawuvala umhlangano ngibonga nina nonke nje for having dared the odds and came here and made this national rally of Cosatu a resounding success. The feedback I am getting is that Durban is also a resounding success. I got feedback that even the Eastern Cape was better than we feared. Ngithola umlayezo othi nasempumalanga kube ngconywana bakwethu. There is one Cosatu here in South Africa, and it's one organization, maybe after the ANC, ake ngivume. After the ANC, Cosatu remains one organization that is capable of convening rallies throughout the country and they become a success. Ile Cosatu le ningayishiyike. So ngiyabonga niphephe ma comrade nihambe kahle ningajahile konke ukuhambe kahle sifunana sonke siyohlangana ekudefendeni amalungelo ethu nasekudefendeni abasebenzi esibaholayo kanjalo nasekuvoteleni lokhongolosi. Angikhathali ukuthi bangasithuka bathini ngaye owethu asiyaze enye into. Ngiyabonga ke sihlalo nginibonga kakhulu nina leadership yethu eprovince for having worked so hard that we have this a successful day. I must also thank the leadership of the Alliance for having ensured that this May Day rally was a success. Comrade Paul Mfowethu, ngibonga kakhulu. On behalf of the workers in South Africa, you have indeed bestowed and restored the dignity of our federation. Amandla! Amandla!
Amandla, Amandla, Amandla. No, comrades, the message is clear. We must go out here from here and campaign for the victory of the African National Congress in the coming local government elections. That's one, comrades. Two, comrades, we must go out of here and defend Cosatu and defend the African National Congress, defend the SACP, defend SANCO. And comrades, the message is clear for shop stewards. Let's go out there and service our members. Service and 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 service of our members. Cosatu is not about the leadership. Thank you, President. Thank you. Now, comrades, we said we are celebrating 30 years. Celebrate with us 30 years. There will be a cutting of a cake. The cake is coming on the stage. After cutting the cake, there will be some announcement from the leadership of the federation. But in comrades, Ronariri, Iketeng, Ritilemo Muritila Park, who celebrate Baletswering, Dinama, Besang Nama, Ahutabiwengi, Cosatu is 30 years. Can the leadership led by the president of the federation, the general secretary of the SACP, the president of Sango, and I know I'll want to call other leaders who are seated in the Mackay to descend to the main stage and join other leaders in cutting the cake. Can leaders of the party in the province come to the stage? Leaders of the ANC in the province come to the stage. Leaders of Sango in the province come to the stage and join the leadership, the national leadership, in cutting of the cake. Music, DJ, music, whilst we are waiting for other leaders to join the entire leadership of the music. Or I'm told Chomi is here. Can Chomi come to the stage? Chomi to the stage.
Perfect. I'll sing it. I'm a flate, 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 I'm a flate.
You can dance and you know it. Really wanna show it. Jive up sexy, jive up sexy. You can dance and you know it. Really wanna show it. Jive up sexy.
Thank you, selector. Thank you. Amanda! Amanda! Hot thing is, I'm a flate, 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 I'm a flate. Oh, sing a cake, sing a cake, sing a cake, come on. All right, when I say, hey, oh yeah, hamba, you say, when I say, oh baby, 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 oh yeah, hamba, you say, I'm gonna count you down from 5. When I get to 1, ngicela ukuthi wonke amajimbo sashaya flate and all the ladies scream, are we ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ngicela ukuzwa nevuvuzela, ngicela ukuzwa nevuvuzela, ngicela ukuzwa nevuvuzela, ngicela ukuzwa nevuvuzela. Aphila ama-flate, aphila ama-flate, aphila ama-flate, aphila ama-flate, aphila ama-flate. Bese sithi, oh, sigale cake, man, just, oh, sigale cake, anginizwa, chasa, I'm gonna try this side, chas, engitingala ama-flate, silapho nithi jovijo, engitingala ama-flate, silapho nithi jovijo, engitingala ama-flate, silapho nithi jovijo, Chavicho, bese ngicela ukubona izandla emoyeni kanje, ngicela ukubona izandla emoyeni kanje, bese sithi, are you ready to see me dance? I'll take it on my plate. 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 1, 2. Somebody scream! Are you ready to jump? I said, are you ready to jump? You don't look like you're ready to jump, but I'm gonna make you sing with me. Are we ready? You say, Anginiswa, baby, 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 uyahamba. You say, when I say, you say, Yenzen, Yenzen, Yenzen. Oh yeah. I'm a plate, 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 Don't leave me, babe. Go away for long. Come back home. I miss you. I miss you. I need to give somebody a CD. Leave me, babe. Go away for long. Is it going to be somebody from that side? Come back home. I miss you. I miss you. Is it going to be somebody from that side? If you love me, so why did you leave me? Why did you leave me all alone? Are you ready to see me dance? I'm gonna go on my plate, I'm gonna go on my plate, I'm gonna go on my plate, I'm gonna go on my plate. Habashwe. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Are you ready to go to church? I say next on 12. Put your hands up. I'm a plate, 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 I'm a plate. And then we take it back a bit. We take it back a bit, we go. Let me see those hands in the air, we go. Tovela, Tovela. Hey, uyahamba. You say, Galuguniswa. Baby, 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 uyahamba. You say, Galuguniswa ngapha. You say, Yenzeni, Yenzeni, Yenzeni. Oh yeah. Sweki ku rally ne sina sishakash 1 Amandla asingeneni kuma blocks omunye angene la sishaya Dr. Malini Vicho! Vuvuzela Stadium, Vuvuzela Stadium. Amandla! Ngicela ukuzibona zonke izandla. Amandla!
Tommy!
All right.
Yeah, just talk now, okay?
Comrades, we want to close officially and leave you to enjoy with Tommy and other artists. But then we'd like to call the Tshwane Cosatu cluster to come here. And comrades, we want to request that the other leaders who did not get a cake must just come. But in this cake, half of it will be donated to one of the houses, one of the crèches. So we're requesting the cluster of Tshwane just to come. The May Day continues in celebration, but everyone, comrades, who's outside, security, open for the people to come inside, open for members of the Federation to come inside. The official May Day celebration is over. Can we enjoy ourselves? Amanda!
Away, 2!
Are you ready for Tommy? Are you ready for Tommy? Are you ready to dance? Okay, Tommy, about the girls.
Hey, he's got energy for days, ne?
Election year, the election theme was all round. We heard from President Jacob Zuma saying it's the duty of the workers to make sure that they keep the ANC in power because their rights will be better served.
All right. So zabalaza manje ngicela ningangitsheli ngicela ningiboniseni give me
the difficulties the ANC remained the best alternative, and the SACP echoed the same message. The people here have been enjoying, indeed, this is a place where people normally come to enjoy themselves. It is a May Day rally, it is a public holiday, it is a day that workers, not only workers in South Africa, but workers around the world gained, and of course, and rightfully through their sweat and blood. It's back to the studio after an eventful day.
Are we ready with the song? Give me the song, selector. Are we all ready? Are we ready this side? Are you ready for Blondie? Are you ready for Blondie? We say, just get it up, Kichima, Kichima, get it up, Kichima, Kichima, get it up, Kichima, Kichima, get angin bon. This is it. Hey, ta, ta, hey, ta, ta, hey, ta, ta. Good morning, Shais, that song is it. Shot. I love what I'm seeing. On my plate. Are we ready this side? Get it up, Kichima, Kichima. 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 Hey, ta, ta. Hey, ta, ta. Hey, ta. We love the energy. Can you come this side? Is this side ready for us? I asked you a question. I said, is this side ready for us? Let me try you. Chasa. Get it up, Kichima. Kichima. 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 Hey, ta, ta. Hey, ta, ta. Hey, ta, we all gonna sing together. Now we all gonna sing together. I need you join, right? I need you join, right? Join, I join. I join. I join, I join. Join, I join. I join. I join, I join. I in this one. Join, I join. I join. I join, I join. Join, I join. I join. I join, I join. It's under. It's under. What's all the money? What's all the money? What's all the money? What's all the money? All right. Now that we all here, I know you've got the energy. I know you've got the spirit. I know you got the energy. I know you got the spirit. Says Abalaza song. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Madonna Pasma. Somebody scream! Sit! I want to see those hands. Are we ready to jump? Everybody, let's go! Wait, I asked you a question. Are you ready to jump? Are you ready for Blondie Mahana? 1, 2, 3, jump! Thank you, Selector. Thank you, Selector. Okay, this is not my song, it was Arthur's song. I just had to do it because I was tempted. All right, can you please give me Java Sexy before? Are you ready for Blondie? Let me tell you this. I want all the ladies to scream before Blondie comes here. And if you're a lady and you know you are here, you must scream as loud as you can, or I am telling him to go back home. Are you ready for Blondie? Machimbos, if you're ready for Blondie, I'm a flight. That is my legend. I don't know about you, but that's my legend. Give me the last song, Selector. I think it's I'm a flight. I think it's I'm a flight. This is it.
You can dance and you know it. Really wanna show it. Drive us sexy. Drive us sexy. You can dance and you know it. Really wanna show it. Drive us sexy. Drive us sexy. No musetexi, eye lokshini. No musetetni, eye unandini. No musetapni, lapetopni. Mama sexy, mama sexy. You can dance and you know it. Really wanna show it. Drive us sexy, drive us sexy. You can dance and you know it. Really wanna show it. Drive us sexy, drive us sexy. Awuvula oqeda uyavala, awubhala ngomzala. Makazilanda, bese uyasaka, bambe ngesandla.
I want to hear you sing. Let's go.
You can dance and you know it. Really wanna show it. Drive us sexy.
Next time is Pantula. Next time is Pantula. Especially in my plate. 1, 2, reach out. surprise that I have for you. Shift, 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 shift.
Jive us sexy, jive us sexy.
I say, can you feel that?
Jive us sexy, jive us sexy. Jive us sexy, jive us sexy. Jive us sexy, jive us sexy.
I say, can you feel that? I say, can you feel that? Mamlambo, 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 mamlambo. Somebody scream.
You can dance and you know it. Really wanna show it. Jive us sexy, jive us sexy. You can dance and you know it. Really wanna show it. Jive us sexy, jive us sexy.
Amanda! I'm going to leave now. But before I go, I love it good mangithi Amanda izandla zonke zemoyeni. And then we're going to bring about the legend Blondie. Amanda! Amanda! Ladies, are you ready for Blondie? Machimbos, are you ready for Blondie? Don't think it's on my plate, don't think it's in Vuvuzela.
Shabela matsoho chomi, masipa. Kaloku khona lelinye iklasi ehlala ngapha Eastland. Ngifuna ukulizwa. Bathe maye! Siribeka ye! Takana ye! All right, okay, qala ne. Qala. Are you ready for blending? Are you ready for blending? All right, ne. Lento ekuzoyenza ne. Sizokhanza. As from 10 ne. Let's count ne.